The silence of deep space was shattered by an alert that echoed through the command deck of the Aegis Vanguard, a state-of-the-art exploration vessel stationed on the edge of the Andromeda expanse. Captain Elise Rourke sat upright in her chair, her sharp green eyes scanning the holographic display before her. The message blinked ominously. "Unidentified warship detected." "What's the status?" she barked, her voice steady but laced with urgency. Lieutenant Marcus Hale, the ship's tactical officer, swiveled his chair toward her. His fingers danced across the console as he pulled up sensor readings. "Massive energy signature, Captain. It's human-made. Design matches nothing in our database." Elise frowned. This far from Earth, encountering another human vessel was unheard of. Humanity had ventured into interstellar space only centuries ago, and their reach hadn't extended beyond the Milky Way galaxy. Yet here they were, millions of light-years away from home, with a warship bearing unmistakable signs of human engineering. "Armed?" she asked, leaning forward. Hale hesitated, then nodded grimly. "Heavily. Plasma cannons, railguns, missile launchers. It's a fortress. Whoever built this thing wasn't messing around." Elise stood, her mind racing. If this ship was human, why was it armed to the teeth? And how did it get all the way out here? She turned to Ensign Priya Patel, the communications officer. "Any attempts at hailing them?" Patel shook her head. "No response yet, Captain. We've been broadcasting standard protocols, but there's no sign of activity aboard the vessel, or at least none we can detect." Elise tapped her chin thoughtfully. Something about this situation didn't sit right. A human warship drifting silently in uncharted territory felt less like coincidence and more like a trap. But if it truly belonged to humanity, abandoning it without investigation would mean leaving behind answers to questions they'd been asking for decades. Was humanity alone in its expansion? Had others reached further than anyone imagined? "Prepare a shuttle," she ordered. "I'm going over." The shuttle detached from the Aegis Vanguard with a soft hum, its engines glowing faintly against the black void. Elise sat strapped into the pilot's seat, flanked by two security officers clad in sleek combat armor. As they approached the mysterious warship, its silhouette loomed larger, filling the viewport with jagged edges and brutalist design. It looked like something born of desperation, a relic forged not for exploration, but survival. "Captain," one of the officers murmured, pointing at the hull. Scorch marks marred its surface, evidence of battles fought long ago. Some sections appeared patched together hastily, as though whoever crewed this vessel had scavenged parts from other ships or derelict stations. Elise guided the shuttle toward a hangar bay that yawned open like a predator's maw. Inside, the airlock hissed shut behind them, sealing them inside what felt like a tomb. The interior lights flickered weakly, casting eerie shadows across walls lined with rusted panels and exposed wiring. "This place gives me the creeps," muttered the second officer, gripping his pulse rifle tighter. They moved cautiously down corridors littered with debris. Dust floated lazily in the low gravity, untouched for years, or perhaps centuries. Every step echoed eerily, amplifying the sense of isolation. Then, rounding a corner, they froze. Before them lay a chamber filled with cryopods, dozens of them, arranged in neat rows. Most were dark, their occupants either dead or revived long ago. But one pod glowed faintly, its occupant still alive. Elise stepped closer, peering through the frosted glass. Inside lay a man, his face pale but peaceful, his chest rising and falling with mechanical assistance. A small plaque on the side read, "Commander Elias Drake, last survivor." "What the hell happened here?" whispered one of the officers. Elise ignored him, focusing instead on a nearby console. With a few taps, she accessed the ship's logs. What she found sent chills down her spine. Centuries earlier, the warship, christened Erebus, had been part of a desperate mission to colonize new worlds after Earth faced ecological collapse. Tasked with finding habitable planets beyond the Milky Way, the crew of the Erebus had stumbled upon a hostile alien empire known as the Vryn. Outmatched and outnumbered, the humans fought valiantly but suffered catastrophic losses. The logs described harrowing battles, sabotage missions, and ultimately betrayal when the Vryn infiltrated the fleet using captured human technology. One by one, the colony ships fell until only the Erebus remained. Its captain made the agonizing decision to activate the ship's automated defenses and place the remaining crew into cryostasis, hoping future generations might find them and finish what they started. But there was more. Embedded within the final entry was a warning. Do not trust the signal. Elise's blood ran cold. Trust the signal? What signal? As if on cue, the ship shuddered violently. Alarms blared, and red emergency lights bathed the corridor in crimson hues. "They're awake!" shouted one of the officers, pointing back. The way they came. Elise spun around just in time to see drones emerging from hidden compartments in the walls. Sleek, spider-like machines armed with plasma turrets skittered toward them, their movements unnervingly precise. "Fall back!" she yelled, raising her weapon. Back aboard the Aegis Vanguard, Lieutenant Hale watched anxiously as the shuttle limped back toward the hangar. The mysterious warship now radiated even more power, its weapon systems coming online with terrifying efficiency. "Captain, we've got incoming transmissions," Patel called out. "Multiple signals, encrypted, but I think I can decode." Suddenly, the main view screen flickered to life, revealing a figure cloaked in shadow. When it spoke, its voice was distorted, mechanical yet chillingly familiar. "Welcome, descendants of Earth," it said. "You have awakened us. Prepare yourselves, for the Vryn are coming." Elise staggered onto the bridge moments later, her face pale but resolute. "That ship isn't ours," she said. "Not anymore. Whatever's controlling it now, it's not human." Hale stared at her, horrified. "Then who, or what, is it?" She met his gaze, her jaw tightening. "Something that's been waiting and watching." Outside, the stars seemed dimmer, overshadowed by the looming threat of an ancient enemy and the ghost of humanity's forgotten past. To be continued.